Hi, it's David from Life with Parkinson's. Thank you for joining me for my very first World Parkinson's Day celebration 2022. I can't fully explain why I opted out for each of the previous years. I certainly don't understand why. Guilt, shame, disbelief, lack of acceptance of my diagnosis. Pick a random reason and we'll go with that one. All I know is I want to stand publicly with those who suffer from this illness around me and become part of the unified world conversation focused on finding a cure. It seems kind of odd to celebrate for the first time. It's like I've left myself out of the party or I'm coming late to the party, but like I always say, better late than never. It's just time to get my head out of the sand and join in the celebration. When I think about it, it's quite a contrast to how my wife and I dealt with my daughter's diagnosis of type 1 diabetes 14 years ago. The day she flew away in a helicopter to BC Children's Hospital, and I stood there wondering, will I ever see her again? At the 1-year anniversary of her diaversary, which we ended up calling it, we had a little celebration, cake, presents, fun. We let her rant. We let her rant about her illness for a little bit, which we didn't do on a regular day, but we thought, hey, on a diaversary, why not just let the anger and frustration out? So we let her destroy some old pump or syringe or diabetic device that she had to use during the year, and that actually made her feel quite a bit better. So I'm wondering what I can destroy. Maybe one of those giant pill bottles that you get at the pharmacy that are almost impossible to open when you're off. Maybe that's a good idea. But then what we did as a contrast, we got to celebrate something about how it brought us together as a family, how it made us more organized, because anybody out there with diabetes knows that you've got to stay on top of your blood sugars, that you've got to stay on top of your insulin and keep track of everything, write everything down every day. It's kind of like Parkinson's. Your illness is a full-time job. One thing that I would put down that I'm thankful for about Parkinson's is the Parkinson's community in general, because when I came into this illness back in 2017, I had no idea about it. I knew very, very little. But what I've met through my experience since my diagnosis is an amazing community that treats each other with respect, love, acceptance, understanding. The list goes on and on. Like the people I've met through Facebook, through this channel, through doctor's visits have just been amazing. And I would like to take the time to thank the medical staff, the advocates, the organizations, the donors, patients, the nurses, the doctors, everybody involved in any way, big or small, physiotherapists in my care. I would like to thank every one of you, and if I've missed somebody out, my apologies, but thank you for finding Cinemet. Thank you for finding other drugs that we can do. Thank you for researching and developing deep brain stimulation. Like, it's just an amazing community out there. I couldn't say any more. I'm running out of the words to say, but I think people watching know what I mean. Patients, it's just the amount of care and love and attention they've given us and developed for us is just unbelievable. Like, I don't know what I would do with my little pink and yellow pills. I would be totally lost. You know, now that I'm making this video and I've had a little bit of time to think about it while I've been talking, I think the main reason I stuck my head in the sand was because as the leader and main organizer of my family, it's just Parkinson's was a big blow. Like, it knocked me down a lot of notches. Like, I just can't do what I used to. And having that energy reserve, that motivation, that push, like I can't push Parkinson's like I used to. It was a big blow to me just as a man and as a provider. But on the other hand, it's opened up new opportunities for my wife, who's really taken a stand, who's really come to my care. Like, she has endometriosis, like a very debilitating type of endometriosis, and we care for each other. So it's really added a new dynamic to our relationship, and one that I never thought we could have. So, you know, while Parkinson's has taken so much away from me, it's also provided a new way for us to interact on our marriage in a positive way, and it would have never happened except for this illness. So what are you going to do to celebrate Parkinson's Day? Let me know in the comments below. Are you going to have a party and play party games? Are you going to volunteer and get out into the community? Are you going to spread awareness and advocate for Parkinson's? Are you fundraising? Let me know in the comments below. I would be very interested in what you do, since, you know what? this is my first time. So let me in on the fun and games and the secrets. And for next year, what I was thinking, if enough people agree, I would like to do a live event for World Parkinson's Day. And for any of you who are interested, it would be great if you would, we'll decide on the exact format and everything, maybe after New Year's next year. But send in a little video, I'm thinking like 30 seconds to a minute, something we can share on the channel about what everyone's doing to celebrate or take part in World Parkinson's Day. And for those of you who aren't comfortable with the video, just send me an email and I'll read it, or I'll just put the words up on the screen. All these details can be worked out later, but that's my idea for next year on this channel. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to take part in that, and if we get enough people saying yes, we'll start making the plans for it. Obviously, we'll start to get organized after New Year's in 2023. So thank you for tuning in and watching this video and becoming a part of the conversation for #UniteForParkinson's. Please like this video if you want to get involved in next year's online celebration and broadcast. I hope we can take this journey together. Thank you, have a good day, and goodbye.